can't tell you how many times I've sat in a pub, stood by the coffee machine in the office, or caught up at a family barbecue and had this exact same conversation. Someone will turn to me and say, Ross, I've got some money together, but I don't know what ISA to choose. And 90% of the time, the moment I start talking about a stocks and shares ISA, I see their eyes widen. They hear the word stocks and their brain instantly flashes to risk. They think of Wall Street crashes and losing everything. On top of that, they look at the sheer amount of choice out there. Individual shares, ETFs, index funds, and they feel completely overwhelmed. A cash ISA, by contrast, feels simple. But the landscape just fundamentally shifted. The government has introduced massive overhauls to the ISA rules. The strategies that worked for the last decade will now actively penalise you if you leave your money sitting idle. Today we are cutting through the noise. We're going to break down exactly what these changes mean for your wallet, how to split your capital, and how to take the fear out of investing using professional low-cost frameworks. Let's start with a headline change. The annual adult cash ISA allowance has been slashed from £20,000 down to just £12,000. Now let's keep some perspective here. Saving £12,000 a year still means you're putting away a fantastic £1,000 every single month tax-free. But it does place a strict ceiling on your cash shelter. And if you're utilising this £12,000 limit, you cannot afford to be passive anymore. Interest rates are on a downward trajectory. And if you leave your money in a fixed account and don't keep a sharp eye on the market, your rate will drop. And your cash will struggle to keep up with inflation. To get the most out of your cash, you must be prepared to actively move your money to chase the best rates. This brings us to point number 2, the tactical split. While the cash ISA has been cut, the stocks and shares ISA limit remains at £20,000. So if you have a full 20 grand lump sum to protect, you need to think about a smart split. For example, putting the £12,000 into your cash ISA still for that short-term security, but moving the remaining £8,000 into a stocks and shares ISA for the long term. But here's the massive trap that you need to avoid. Do not simply move that £8,000 into a stocks and shares account and leave it there as cash. Under the new rules, any uninvested cash held inside a stocks and shares ISA will attract a heavy 22% tax on the interest it earns. The system is explicitly designed to penalise you for holding the cash. If you want to hold more cash, you have to be highly strategic about the split between the two accounts. Which leads us to our third point. How do we actually invest that £8,000 without feeling overwhelmed? When my friends feel paralysed by the choices, my advice is always the same. Look at the big, reputable name providers on the market. Think of giants like Vanguard, Hargreaves Lansdown, or AJ Bell. You don't need to pick individual stocks. All of these platforms offer highly diversified managed funds. They do almost 100% of the heavy lifting for you while you sleep. And one of my main focuses here when choosing is looking for low-cost management fees. Over 20 or 30 years, a high fee can eat away tens of thousands of pounds of your wealth. Keep your fees low, pick a reputable giant, and let the market do its job. So the rules of the game have changed, but change always brings opportunity. If you want to successfully pivot your financial strategy under this new framework, here are 3 non-negotiable rules to follow. So lesson number 1, don't ignore high interest savings accounts. If you've maxed out your cash ISA limit of £12,000 but still want short-term cash security, look into regular high interest savers. They often offer great rates for a limited number of years. Just remember, unlike an ISA, the interest earned here is subject to tax once you cross your personal savings allowance, so use them strategically. Lesson number 2, focus aggressively on platform fees. When you choose a provider like Vanguard or AJ Bell, check the ongoing charge figure. A difference of just 0.5% in fees might sound small, but over a lifetime of compounding, it can mean the difference of a brand new car or a massive chunk of retirement wealth. And lesson number 3, know when to call in the professionals. If you're staring at these new limits and still feel paralysed, there is absolutely no shame in speaking to a certified financial advisor. Yes, a reputable advisor will charge you a fee, but a truly great one shouldn't cost you money in the long run. They should make you money by building a bulletproof, tax-efficient legacy for your family. The new ISA landscape might look restrictive at first glance, But by mastering the split and stepping out of the cash trap, you can easily turn these changes into a massive win for your future. If this deep dive helped clarify the new rules, smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments how you are planning to split your 20 grand allowance this coming year. I'm Ross Boyle. Thank you for watching Financial Futures, and I'll see you in the next video.